much. So we are going to be taking the Airtable class. But like I said, I'm going to start off with showing you guys how I do my own learning process. It could help you in your own way. That's why I said, once you are a tech student, figure out the best way you learn. The way everybody learn might not be the same way you learn. The way I learn, some people, I might teach you guys this thing, and at the end of the day, they find out that it's tedious for them. See what I said? I came to ChatGPT, I said, as a tech coach, I need to teach Airtable to my team today. And I need you to help me list out 5 very good examples of tasks we can perform with Airtable. Now, I did this after figuring out, because I figured out, I went to ChatGPT, I asked it, what exactly is Airtable for? This is where I started. I forgot to show you guys. I said, what are the things you can use Airtable for, and which ones are the core things it was meant for? Like I told you guys, I don't like just studying an app because I want to study it. I want to know what are the main reasons why this app was created. What is it that makes it stand out from Trello, since all of them are project management tools? What is it that makes it stand out from Asana? What is it that makes it stand out from Monday.com? So I said, what are the things you can do, use Airtable for, and which ones are the core things it was meant for? He said, Airtable is a powerful and flexible tool that combines the simplicity of spreadsheets with the functionality of databases. It's used for a wide variety of tasks, but it shines most when used for organizing, tracking, and collaborating on structured information. Now, all these things na jargon to me, na English. Me, I like practical. I know the plenty English no be my thing. So I said, he now gave me core uses of Airtable. He says, these are the primary intended use cases: relational database without complexity of SQL. SQL is, what's the meaning of the SQL again? SQL. This one na for an advanced whatever. I think is a coding language or something like that. Structured query language, yes. Is a standard language for database creation and manipulation. Me, I no get strength for this type. I like my things in such a way that I'll be seeing drag and drop. I'll see pictures. I'll see edit. I no want type C/this, that, dot. I no get that kind of time. You understand? And that is why there is this particular automation tool that I don't even want to go near it at all. Me, I no go try am. You understand? So my SQL is a relational database program that uses SQL queries. I no get that strength. So that is why it says relational database without complexity of SQL. In fact, this alone is enough for me to want to know about more about it. So the next one is project and task management, which is what we already know. So I cannot come out and tell you, yeah, let's use Airtable and start doing project and task management again. No. Then we have CRM. It can be used as CRM, customer relationship management tool. Yes. Track leads, customer, deal stages, follow up, etc. Now, content calendar and editorial workflows, inventory and asset tracking, event planning, form for data collection, and customizable views for team collaboration. He now went ahead, because I added which are the core things that it is meant for. That is why I added these additional things you can use Airtable for. Okay, no, these are additional things you can use Airtable for: automation and workflow triggers, create client portal and dashboard. There's one I saw. I saw this and I was so amazed. Applicant tracking system. Now, most of you will soon get used to this, because for every single job you apply when you finish a quiz class, you submit your CV, it passes through this system, applicant tracking system. And that is why some of you don't get response. Why? Because applicant tracking system is already designed in such a way that it automatically sieves CVs. So if you submit your CV, the ATS will go through your CV. If it does not find the keywords that are needed, it will simply do what? Throw away your CV. So most of you, your CV do not even get to the recruiter in the first place. It ends up in the ATS machine. That's where it ends up. So when I figured out, so you can use this to create ATS, that was a wow for me. Ordinarily, something I would have loved us to practice on, because I at the end of the day, I narrowed it down. You understand? I say, can you generate a sample task on this, showing me how Airtable is used as an ATS? Because that is the major thing that stood out for me in all these things. We'll soon get there. So after all this blah blah blah, all these long things, he now came down and said, summary, core uses. It is built for this. So these are now the major core uses of what? Of Airtable. Now, like I said, I now singled out this applicant tracking system, but I figured out that this is going to be a complicated thing for us to do because it has to do with Zapier. According to this particular place, he said these are the tools you need. You need an Airtable account and then your web browser. And then he also said, what's that thing he said though? Step-by-step guide. Because me, I like step-by-step guide though. I said, I need step-by-step guide. It's not enough for it to just tell you this is what you can do on applicant tracking system. You need to tell it, I need step-by-step guide. And sometimes I include this. Look at this. I need step-by-step guide on how to do this as a total novice. So that it will know that me, I've not used Airtable before, that I'm new to it. So when we get to the particular task we are going to perform today, I will also show you something else I did there. Now, what I'm trying to show you is not just about showing you how to use Airtable. It's about showing you how you can also learn these tools on your own. You can come to ChatGPT. There is nothing on earth that you cannot learn from ChatGPT if you know, and that is a big if, capital letter if you know how to what? Prompt. The major problem people are having with ChatGPT is prompting. If you give ChatGPT is just like garbage in, garbage out. If you give it nonsense, it will give you nonsense. If you give it something that makes sense, it will give you something. Even sometimes you give it something that makes sense and you didn't put it where it will give you nonsense. It is left for you to keep directing it until you get exactly what you want. Someone asked me one day, there was one crazy thing I did the other day. I used ChatGPT to predict, to generate a for people that play Naira bet. I used ChatGPT to generate a bet, and that particular week, I won. I think 153,000 using the bet that he gave me. You understand? There are many things you can do with this thing, and that is when people say ChatGPT is here to take people's job away, I'm asking them how. How is ChatGPT there to take your job? Something that is there to make things easy for you. There are a lot of things we do that we do emotionally, just like this bet I told you. Someone as a Man U fan now, I would not want to put that Man U will lose, but ChatGPT no send me. It gives you the things the way it should be. And those are the things we need to learn. I told you guys, if at the end of this class, those who have attended my tutorials before, even if you don't learn how to use tools with me, learn how to manipulate ChatGPT. These are the things I will always tell people. So he says, absolutely, below is a step-by-step beginner-friendly guide. Are you seeing that it has narrowed it down to a beginner? You see? So he told me all the things that I need step by step, all those things, but I still did not figure out. I was like, how is Airtable going to read someone's CV and now tell you that this person? So I now said, can this be used to automatically sort qualified candidates through automation without involving recruitment staffs? So as to ensure that only qualified candidates with proper keywords in their CV or resume makes it to the next stage? Or does the process have to be manual? It says, yes, Airtable can semi-automate candidate screening using keywords, but not fully on its own. Here is a breakdown. So Airtable limitation, it gave me the limitations that I need a third-party app like Zapier and ChatGPT. But funny enough, Airtable has just included ChatGPT. In a bid to practice it, I now discovered that the ChatGPT and Zapier they were telling me as third-party app have now been automatically integrated into what? Airtable. So you can now automatically use Airtable to screen candidates and tell you which ones match your criteria and tell you which ones should move to the next stage. So this third party now is no longer even needed, just like he said here. You understand? So let's now go to the main thing I want us to do today. So now I want us to use ChatGPT to create what? An employee, what's that again? I don't know if anybody has any question on this or everything I said about ChatGPT so far. If you have any question before we go into the main thing we are here for today, so let me open Airtable. I was practicing just before your class. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete this thing I was doing. Let's start afresh because it's the same thing I want us to do. Let me go back to home. Uh, all workspaces. Come, no stress me. Oh. Let me see. I think someone dropped a message. Okay, say we are following. All right. The workspace I created, where is it now? I got it. Aha, employee directory. So I'm going to delete this and we're going to start afresh. Now, the moment you sign up on Airtable for the first time, you are going to get 14 days trial and your everything about Airtable, your page is going to be blank like this. You have options to start with AI, start with templates, quickly upload, start from scratch. Like I said, I prefer starting from scratch. The reason I prefer starting from scratch, if tomorrow there's maybe Airtable is working on their AI and you cannot use AI, you will not. If you are already used to using AI, you will not know how to do these things. So we are going to do what? We are going to create a workspace. Now, before we go into that, let me show you how I came to what we are going to do. Okay, so after he gave me all the things, I singled this one out, employee directory. Like I said, I don't want us to use it for project management. I want us to use it for something else. So I said, please guide me step by step on number one and generate everything we need to make the task very interesting and insightful. So he said, this is how we'll create an employee directory. He gave me the goal, the step by step guide, but this was not enough because since I'm new to Airtable, there are some things that he just assumed that I know what to click. And while trying to do it, I figured out that there was a problem. I couldn't do it. There was this particular employee example I saw online that someone created. I went to screenshot it and gave it that I want something that is exactly like this example I gave it. And he said, okay. And he used that picture to generate another employee directory for me that matches exactly because I saw this table online. It was making so much sense. This is the employee. The name is Brutkan. His location. This is like someone who employs people who are working remotely, and he wants to keep tabs on all his employees. So Brutkan is in New York City. He's the vice president of sales. Currently, he's on leave and he started working for this company on 13th of January 2015 and he's in sales department. So I just loved this and I wanted to replicate this for you guys. So I said, let's create that. But when he created it, I figured out there was some things I could not click. I don't know what to click and what. So I said, please tell me one by one what to click and things to select in because there were some options that I did not understand. And there was no time to come and start going through those options on my own. I just needed to know what does this do. You understand? So that I wouldn't ordinarily, if I had enough time, I prefer figuring these things out on my own. You understand? But because there was no time, I said, please tell me one by one what to click and things to select in doing each of these. Remember, I'm a total novice. Also, I should select the department which I should select link. Okay, you people will not understand this one. There was a place he said, if you look at this picture here now, let me open that picture again so that you guys will see. If you look at this picture here now, you will see that there is employee directory, department, and location. So this location has a table on its own, which means everybody in New York can be grouped in one. Everybody in San Francisco can be grouped under location. You will see maybe you are looking for all your staffs that are in New York. If you come to location, you can filter it to show you only all staffs that are in New York. Then if you come to department, you can filter to show you this sales department, design department, product management. You can filter to see only the staffs that are in product management. But for me to be able to link this, because this department table on this column, or is column, right? This column is linked somehow to this other table. There are two tables. So I will show you guys this. But I'm just trying to show you my thought process in directing all these things. So also the department which I should select link record, you won't understand this. I will show you later. Has many options I don't understand. So make them all clear as to what to select. Also, where will I add department names? Do I edit in department table or on employee table? Please, so it now gave me step by step how to click. So this is the exact one we are now going to use. So it says one, create a new base. Go to Airtable, log in on your workspace, click the big plus and add a base. Then they don't even call it base anymore. I think it's now called table or so. So create and then start from scratch. So this is the create here. I click on what? Start from scratch. And then I'm going to do what? Close this here. Then I'm going to name the base. What's that title again? Employee what? Employee Kiniko. Employee directory, yeah. Employee directory. So please, if I'm too fast, you guys should bring me back because we are now in the practical aspect and we have 5 minutes more. So once it ends, in the next 30 minutes, I pray we finish. So once this one ends, click on the link again. We'll come in and then we'll round off. So right now, let's continue. Employee directory, and I want the color to be blue. So this changes the whole theme of the table. The whole theme is now what? Blue theme. So I go to next thing it says, I've created it and I've named it employee directory. Then step 2, set up employee table. So table 1, I'm going to rename the table to what? Employee table. And then click on what? Save. Now I have my employee table. Then it said the second one, we'll get there, but let's do it first. Or let's continue. So now let's create the columns, the column field one by one. So under your employee table, the first column you should have is name. Shit. Name. If you want, you can edit it to full name. Click on this and click on edit field and then change the name. But if you don't want it, you can just leave it as name. He said, when will you get this perfect? Well, it's not about it's not about being perfect. To me, as I did now, I know they perfect. Though. You people should understand that it is a process. You see, this is a process. Sometimes I tell people, I don't think there is any job I see online now that I will not be able to do. As far as there is AI, there is no job. I've done a lot of jobs that I didn't know, but I did it with AI. And it was perfect. If I were to show you my chat with this lady that I did this, that I generated that leads for. Let me see if I can find her. She said the US lady was so happy when she saw it. Let me see. I can't find out. He said the US lady was so happy because the woman said we should generate the first 10. Let us see if it works with her, and then we can generate the remaining ones. Let me see our charts. When I generated the first 10, I can't remember. Okay, so this is when I generated the first 10 for her and I sent it to her in a Google Sheet. And let me see. I don't know if she called me and said, I don't know if she called me. I forgot. There was a place she now told me that the woman was so happy and she said we should generate the other one. I think he's on a call. I think he's on a call. Before she now came and said she rejected 8 leads from the last one I sent that we should generate another one. I now generated fresh 8 leads for her. I know see here, if you figure out a way to maneuver ChatGPT, you will not have a problem. And that is why we always mention being proactive to you guys. Being proactive is something you can't do without it. You have to figure out a way to solve some of these problems on your own because that is why you are a remote worker. If you are in the office, you can simply call your fellow staff and say, please help me with this. How do I do this? But since you are working with a company that you might not even know, except you are in the company Slack workspace, that's where you can see your co-staffs. Aside that, you might not even know who your co-workers are. So you will not see anybody to ask for information to help you. So let's continue. The second field is what? Notes. Click on the second field and change it to location. So here, notes, I'm going to change it to location. And he said the text type should be single select. So I'm going to change this long text to single select, and then I will put in the options, because now see what happened. The other one he gave me, he did not tell me that this is where I will now put in the different countries, New York, San Francisco. But because I told it to tell me what to click at every point, he now said add options. It was not there before. So I'm now going to add these options. I'll add Nigeria as a what do you call it, bona fide citizen that I am. We are running out of time, so once it finishes, let's come back. Then the second option, Canada. So assuming your company employs people from all these countries, then UK, or let's say UK, United Kingdom. Then another option, let's say France. These are the places that our company has different people. We now click on save. What this has done is that you can now click here and select which country the staff is working, the company, the country that that particular staff is from. Then we'll go to the next one. It said click create field. The third field. All right. So we were like I was saying, we are supposed to create the third field. The third field, it says click the next column header and rename it to photo. So which is where we are going to attach the picture of every staff in our company. So that place is supposed to contain the picture of every staff. You understand? So let me go to assignee, this assignee, I'm going to edit it and then rename it to photo. And then the type, the type should be attachment, and then save. Then the next one, it says fourth field should be named title. So this is where you now put whether the person is a manager or whatever manager, Ginewa. So that's where you put it. So we're supposed to change this attachment, edit field, and title. And they said the type should be what? Single line text. Save. Okay. Then the next one is status, where we have an employee, whether the person is on leave or whether the person is active or whatever. So we are going to use this is going to be what? Add single select as well. So where is single select? And then I add the options on leave. Employee. This is the option, just like it was in that picture that I gave ChatGPT, you understand? So that's why I'm using that same option. I don't want to stress myself. Then the sixth field says start date, which will have the date that the staff joined our company. So that should be in date format. I'll select dates and then start date. So you can select the format you want your date to be. Do you want it to be DDMMYYY, or do you want it to be this one, 19th May 2025, or you want it to be US pattern, which is MM, the month comes first in US pattern, and then the day and then the year. So let's leave it in local, which is DDMMYY, and then create field. And now this is where the reason why I told it to tell me what to click, because doing this one was a problem. I encountered some options that I could not, uh, I don't know what they stand for. You understand? So that's why I said do it one by one for me. So here I am going to do what? I'm going to add another field, and he said I should select link to another. The type will be linked to another record. So it is not single text, it is not long text, it is not attachment. It is going to be linked to another record, because we are supposed to link this to another table, which will be what? Employment. You will see. Let me just continue. So he said, click the plus sign at the end of your column, add field. So name it department. And then for type, scroll down and choose link to another record. A pop-up will appear that will say, create a new table for this link. So this is what I didn't understand it well because I had already gone ahead to create department table first. So it did not bring this pop-up for me. I was confused. You understand? So now I'm going to create a new table from here and name it department. And then I would create a new table for this link, leave the default name as department and click create field. Just hold on. Be like I don't press spoil. Let me start afresh. So link to another record, create a new table, department, and then what else? Click on create field. Now it will do two things. The first one is that it's created a new table here and it created this. So it's now left for me to now do what? Rename this to department. I don't know if there is a way this would have been done automatically. I would have loved it. So now, Ore Chidimma, stop drawing on my screen. Oh. I don't even know how to delete this now. Okay. Chidimma, Kwanu, please stop drawing on my screen, please. Okay, so department, edit field. What's this now? I don't want to remove you, please. Don't draw on my screen again. So it is already linked to department table. So we are on the right track. Link to department and then save. So that's already linked. Then there will not be option here. No option will be here until I go to department and create the various departments. So we'll get there. Sorry, guys. Let me delete this thing. Please stop drawing on my screen. Okay. Then the next one is this will automatically create another table called department. Now, employee table will link to it. Okay. Report to field. There's another field called report to, which shows the person, the manager that every staff in our company is reporting to. Which manager are you reporting to? You are in the sales department, no problem. But who are you reporting to? You understand? So we are going to create that as well. It's going to also be linked to another table, but this time is going to be linked to employee table because the people that you are reporting to are also our employees. So they will be on this list. So link to employee table and then the name reports to. I always disable this allow link to. Let me see. That link to multiple record there is okay, yeah, it's disabled. It's disabled. I'm supposed to disable it for both of them. Create field, then go back to skip, go back to department, edit field, then disable this so that it will not you cannot be in sales department and be in accounting department and be in marketing department. So you can only be in one department. So that's why I'm not allowing it to link to multiple records. So save, confirm change. Ewo, I don't spell report to. Okay. Then last field, email. So let's create the last field. And it's going to be, the type is email. So I'll type email address and then save, create field. So we are done with the employee table. What is remaining now is putting the name of our employees. So, but before then, step 3, add to department. So under department table is where you will now put all your various departments. So I will come under department table, sales, design. So let me just simply copy all of them. don't want to come back there. Oh, okay. Sales, design. Like I said, there are a lot of things you can do with Airtable. This is just one of them. Ordinarily, I would have loved us to do that ATS so that you guys can see how applicants tracking system used to throw away people's application. But maybe I'll still see if we can create time and do that. Because even me, I want to know how that happens. You understand? I've heard about ATS many times. That's why people will tell you, like me, I do CVs for people. And I always tell you I do ATS CV. But one thing about ATS CV is it requires the job description. The job description contains the keywords that needs to be in that your CV. So for every job you apply, you use the job description that they have put in place to edit your CV. Sometimes there are ways I edit my CV for job application. I'll tell ChatGPT to look at this job description and look at my CV that I will upload and tell me, bring out all the key words that are in the job description that should be in my CV. It will bring out all the keywords. When it brings it out, I will tell it to use this keyword to rewrite my CV in such a way that all the keywords that are needed will be in my CV. These are all ways you can manipulate ChatGPT to do what you want it to do. You understand? So let's go to the next one: design, product management, then product marketing. Then the next one is executive department. Then the last but not the least is engineering department. So now that I've added this now, let's go back to our employee table. And now let's go to departments. If I click on department now, click on plus sign now, you see all those departments are now here. Sales department. So if I see if my, let's assume I'm the first employer here. Let me say I'm the CEO. Okoli Chidozie. Abi, I want collect CEO from me for this table. Location, Canada. I know the Nigeria with you now. Photo, browse file, and then attach one of my pictures as my photo, upload. Then status. Okay, I've not edited this. We need to create another table. I've not edited this. Sorry, I made a mistake here. Under this, I'm supposed to edit this field. What was that options that were under status? Oh, sorry, guys. Under status, employee on leave. I thought I did that. Where did I now put employee and on leave? Empl on leave. Be like I don't put them for the wrong place. So employee. Mm. On on select. Really? Select. Wait, oh. Is there anything like select? There shouldn't be anything like select there. That should be. Hold on, guys. Save. Status title. Status. Wait, oh. Photo. Then status. Abi. Photo. Title. So this title should not be here in the first place. Title. Let me arrange it. I want it to be in order. Photo, title, status. Photo, title, status. Then start date. So this select is what is wrong. Okay, thank you very much for showing me where. So I'm supposed to remove this select. It's not supposed to be here in the first place. Delete field. So we have location, photo, title. Let me be sure. Location, photo, title, status, and start date. Okay, so it's correct now. So my title, mm, CEO. Then status, I'm currently, let's assume I'm on leave now. Then start date, I started in I started in June 1, 2024, and department is what? Executive. Now you see, I cannot select any other department here. That's why I clicked on only link to one. You understand? So I don't report to anybody. Email address. Okay. So let's before I add more this thing, let's finish. Before I add more data, I just wanted us. There was something that brought me here. There's another stuff I didn't create. Reports to field, employees. There's something else I did not create. Let me go back to that picture. Okay, location. Yeah, location. So I'm supposed to create another table titled location, another add table, start from scratch, location. So that if I want to filter people by location, you understand, I can filter them here. Mhm. That location self, is it not supposed to be linked to a table? Let me see, there are messages coming in. Chidema, it's all right. The date, is it the date you went for leave? No, 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 no. Start date is the date you started with the company. So because I'm the CEO, I assume that I started that company, I launched the company on 1st June. So if you, Chiamaka, I employ you on July. I started in June and I employed you in July. That means a month after I launched my company. Your start date will be July. If it's July 2nd, it will be July 2nd, 2024. So that's what the start date is there for. It is not the day you started your leave. It's the day you were employed or the day you started work with the company. That's what it means. You understand? That's exactly what it means. Now, there is something I need to understand. This location, I need to figure out how to link it so that I can. So now I come to Chat GPT, last field, step 3, add department, step 4, add sample employees. To link to department, click the empty cell under department, choose, to link to report to, click cell, choose another employee. Okay. Notes on confusing options you might see. Okay, so I want. Hey, I've used up my Chat GPT 4.0. This will not be able to happen again. Let me see. I want on this task, how do I ensure that after creating the location table as the top table after employee and department tables, how on this task, after creating the location table as dot table, how do I ensure that, or how do I filter the employees by location and how will they appear on the location table? Guide me on setting this up. So let's see, because that location is not working here. 4.0 is no 4.0 depends on the what you are doing. The reason why my 4.0 exhausted quickly is because I attached a picture to this. So once you attach a picture, there are a number of questions you ask ChatGPT and your 4.0 will expire till a given time. Like he told me that my 4.0 will be available from 11:43. So which means this response now is given to me. This response is given to me is using 3.5. If you see here, let me check. Why is it delaying now? If you see here now, it will show you that the model it used was 4.0. But this last answer it gave me now, if I click on it, you will see it used 3.5 for it. I don't know where there's a place he used to write it. I can't remember. But this one was done using 3.5 because my 4.0 has already expired for the day. I can no longer use 4.0 for that whatever. You understand? Okay, so let me see what he said. Great, you are doing an amazing job so far. I know. On this okay. Let's now walk step by step through setting up location table. Okay, so it says assign each employee to a location, filter employees by location, see the okay, all this one step by step location. Step one, create location table. Click the plus sign, which I've created already. Rename it locations. In the first column, called name by default, enter locations names like okay. So I am not supposed to. What's this one now? What's this one that is blocking my screen now? I don't understand. Created by Okoli Chidozie, everyone can edit. Oga, go away now. Mhm. Okay, so I am not supposed to edit the location under this like I did. You understand? So what I'm supposed to do is this one is also supposed to be linked to location. Edit field. Change this one to link to another record, then link to location, and then save. Yes. Skip. So now, let me be sure that it has removed. Okay. So I'm supposed to come here now and write Nigeria, United Kingdom, France, Abi, any other company, any other country you can, South Africa. So let's assume that's all. So once I've done that, I can now go here and select location, Nigeria or Canada. It's a Canada baby that I am. So if you now come to location, you will see under Canada that these I am an employee that is working under Canada. So when we create another employee record and we select Canada, I want to see how it's going to is it going to add it under this one? That's what I want to see. You understand? Like I told you guys, this is also my first time using Airtable. You understand? So everything is just there. Um so let's include remote here. Let's include remote under location. Well, of course, all these ones are remote now. So assuming our company is in Nigeria or is in UK, which means anybody who is in UK will work on site. You understand? You can put it this way. Then anybody who is in Nigeria should be a remote staff. Remote. This is just me coming up with what do you call it? I'm coming up with my own configuration. So which means anybody working, of course, you can even have people in United Kingdom working, people in United Kingdom that work as remote staffs. You can also have that option. You understand? So now, whenever you select UK remote, the person's name will appear. You know that, okay, this person, yeah, is in UK, but he works remotely. He does not come to the office. So this is just me trying to be creative. You understand? There is no singular way that fits all in all these things. You can always be creative in whatever it is you are doing in all these tools. So step two, add a linked record field in employees table, blah, 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 blah. That has been done. Step three, assign location. How to filter employees by location. Click filter button at the top. Oh, really? So location, filter, add condition, where. Hmm. Anyway, let's continue. We'll come to this filter later. Let me see if there's something else I'm missing before I take your questions. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. This is what we were working on. What to do now? Okay, I think that does it. What we'll now do is to be adding our details. Meanwhile, you guys can drop your email. I can add you to this workspace. You can play around it. But before I add your email, before I go to start adding your email, I have to pause the video recording so that if I upload and it sees email, it will not remove the video from YouTube. So you guys can drop your emails on the chat box. Drop your emails on the chat. Let me see if I can add you guys to the workspace. I'm not even sabi how to add people for this workspace. So it should be somewhere here. Account. Okay, let me go to account. I think it should be somewhere around there. Overview. No, 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 no. I want to figure out how to add. Okay, share. It should be share. Yeah. Thank you. So let me pause the recording. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add more records. Let's say Ifeanyi Okeke, he works from UK on site. No need for that picture. He's a general manager and he's currently not on leave, employee. He started working with me June, July, let's say June. He was the first person I employed. That's why he's the manager. So he started working on June 10th, 2024. And department is is under production management, product management, and he reports directly to who? To me. You see now, I can now select because I don't reply. Oh, sorry, I don't report to anybody. That's why I didn't select report to on my name. So he reports directly to me, and his email is Ifeanyi okk at gmail.com. That's his email. So let's go back to departments. You see that under product management, if I okay is there, I want to create another person under product management. Let me use one of you's name so that we'll see. Let me use Adobe Juliet. Adobe Juliet. He works from let's say from France, and he's a managing sales manager. Currently not on leave. Started working on July 8th, and he's in product management department as well. And he reports to Ifeanyi Okeke. Ada Obi j@gmail.com. So let's see what it looks like. So you see now, there are two people under this department now. You see, they are side by side. So I think they will just keep adding. Then location, you see all the people under United Kingdom, we have Ifeanyi Okeke. France, we have Adobe. Canada, we have me. You understand? So these are how the things are going to. There are a lot of more things more that we can do on this, but because of time, we'll not be able to do that. So let me see if there is any question. Meanwhile, let me stop the recording.